Hello, welcome to No Bible for Self. Today we are discussing the story of Ruth. Imagine losing your husband, your home, and your sense of identity all at once while living in a land that considers you an enemy. This was the devastating reality for a young woman named Ruth. Most people see this story as just a beautiful ancient romance, but if you look closer, it is actually a tactical guide on how to survive a season of loss and how to position yourself for a divine breakthrough. It is a story about how Hesed, or loyal kindness, can move the hand of God even when you think He has forgotten you. The story begins during a period of great instability in Israel, the time of the Judges. Because of a severe famine, a man named Elimelech took his wife Naomi and their 2 sons to the land of Moab. This was a common mistake based on fear rather than faith. Leaving the promised land for a pagan nation often led to spiritual and physical trouble. Tragically, Elimelech died, and soon after, both of Naomi's sons passed away as well, leaving behind 3 widows, Naomi and her 2 Moabite daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth. Naomi was broken. She decided to return to Bethlehem, but she urged the younger women to stay in their homeland. Orpah chose the logical path and stayed, but Ruth did something revolutionary. She clung to Naomi and made a covenant that would echo through eternity, famously declaring that Naomi's God would become her God. Upon arriving in Bethlehem, the town was stirred, but Naomi was unrecognizable. She was so consumed by grief that she told the people to call her Mara, meaning bitter, because she felt the Almighty had dealt harshly with her. This is a deep analysis point. Often we judge God by our current chapter, forgetting that He is the author of the entire book. While Naomi saw only her empty hands, God was already setting the stage for the harvest. Ruth, being a woman of action, did not wait for a miracle to fall from the sky. She went to work. She began gleaning in the fields, a humble and dangerous job for a foreign woman. By happening to land in the field of a man named Boaz, she stepped into the center of God's providence. An insider secret to this story is the concept of the Kinsman-Redeemer. In Israelite law, if a man died, his closest relative had the right to buy back his land and care for his widow. Boaz was that man. He was struck by Ruth's character, not just her appearance. He had heard of how she left everything to care for Naomi. This teaches us a vital moral lesson: your reputation travels faster than your feet. Boaz protected Ruth, provided for her, and ensured she was fed. Following Naomi's strategic advice, Ruth eventually approached Boaz at the threshing floor, a bold move that signaled her desire for him to fulfill the role of Redeemer. The moral lessons here are life-changing. First, loyalty is the foundation of legacy. Because Ruth stayed when it was easier to leave, she was woven into the lineage of King David and eventually Jesus Christ. Second, initiative meets opportunity. Ruth didn't sit around mourning, she went to the fields. Third, God is the ultimate restorer. The son Ruth eventually bore, Obed, was described as the restorer of Naomi's life. If you feel like you are in a Moab season of loss, remember that Bethlehem and its harvest are just a step of faith away. Trust the process, maintain your integrity, and watch how God turns your Mara back into Naomi. Thank you for joining us at No Bible for Self. If this story of Ruth has inspired you to trust God in your own difficult season, please subscribe and share this video with someone who needs a reminder of God's faithfulness. What part of Ruth's journey resonates with you the most? Let us know in the comments below.